2020 has been crazy for Paper Wing Theater. We were set and we hit the ground strong, but we had to cancel all of our shows because when those of you that look back on this years from now, you will remember that we had a quarantine because we had a pandemic. And so we had to cancel all our shows. Gatherings were forbidden. I'm just going to give you a tour of what it looks like now and maybe talk about some memories along the way. So for starters, this was a piece that was commissioned by LJ Brewer, and it was done by Cody Moore. And it's a shame that this is going to get painted over because Cody is going to be an amazingly popular artist and very famous and very rich. So now we're inside, and this was our grand lobby. As you can see, we took out all of the beautiful chandeliers and everything. Those are going to go to our new space. And this space, when we came in and we pitched to rent this space, there were several other people that wanted this theater, and we had to do a big presentation about what our big plans were because this building had kind of fallen apart. The last theater that was here had left it with basically waist-high garbage, and we're trying to do better when we're leaving it. We're almost done. This is our stage piano, and this is going to go live in our house at home, and hopefully people will play it. I'm not going to take you into the bathrooms because they're just bathrooms. This is the underskirts that the audience never really got to see because this was our hallway where we would put dirty laundry and we would put paint and chemicals and everything, and so we never really opened this up to the public. So lucky you. Here is a room that has operated as an office. It's operated as a cat room. It's operated as a dressing room. It's always been in various states of disrepair. At one point, people came in here and took naps. And this is the back end of the lobby. As you can see, we took the doors off because we're going to put them up in the new space, the beautiful wooden carved doors. And I remember none of this was here, all this little like make-believe framework I actually put in when we got this place. And Jody Gilmore actually did the painting on the ceiling. And a lot of people invested their hearts and souls into this place. This is another area not often seen by everybody because this was the office for the concessions area. We tried to maintain it, but it always often became a catch-all. And this is the back of the concessions. As you can see, everything's been taken away. One lone wine bottle sits there. This is the upper attic where Lucas Tovey fell through at one point. He put his foot through there. He wasn't hurt, thank goodness. But love you. Big shout to Lucas and Tim. This going in here is the tech room. And for those of you that have actually been in this tech room, you're going to be shocked. I don't think it's ever been this clean. I think when we inherited it, it was twice as messy as it ever had been. But it's clean and we pulled everything out. This tech room right here wasn't really a tech room. Their tech room, when we inherited the space, was up behind these ladders, and so the tech people actually had to sit on their knees and watch the show and do all the tech from there, but we didn't like that idea, so we built a whole tech room. So these wonderful seats, when we opened the space, we had folding chairs. We had these risers, but we had no chairs, and so we had folding chairs, and they were not the most comfortable in the world. But luckily along the way, the first round of cushy chairs we got donated were when the Lighthouse Cinema and PG got rid of their seats and upgraded. And then about 7 years later, the Monterey Bay Aquarium called us and said, hey, we have all these seats, would you guys like them? And so yes, we took them, as many as we could. And then they became the more comfortable seats that you're feeling now. And that, I think, really helped get us going as our audience became more comfortable. This is it, and originally, this wall was not here, and the audience was tilted, and it was askew, and it really just wasn't. I envisioned a black box theater, and it was not that. So this was our green room, our dressing room, our costume area, and it has never been spotless. Never. It's been tidied, but it's never been spotless, and it's probably not going to be spotless before we leave. As you can see, our huge collection of the Rocky Horror Show shoes, those are all shoes from days gone by. Lots of years of Rocky Horror get you lots of platform heels, and those are our practice heels at this point, and various other things. This is probably my favorite room because this is where humanity happens. This is where people are in various states of undress, shedding their skin from the real world and putting on the pretend, and magic happens here, and love and support, and people who are having a shitty time in the world are able to come here and just begin the process of, I don't know, healing, becoming their character, letting go of their crappy day, letting go of their crappy life, and embracing something that's a little bit more fun, more shiny. And so a lot of that happened here, and we have a tradition is that you have to sign the wall before the end of the show. You can't come back and sign it after the show is closed. And so you can see a lot of lots of signatures. We were actually not the first ones to start that, but we picked up the tradition from the Barbary Coast Theater, which was housed here before us, about 3 theaters before us. Now our dressing tables have been disassembled and they are going on to a new home, which makes me very happy. I was heartbroken thinking we would have to leave it and it would get chucked into a landfill. As you can see, just various other things. The students from PG High are here and they're actually taking some costumes and other things. So I feel like everything's going to end up getting a good home. So this room, you have never seen it this clear before. Jay Divine, I hope you're watching. This is the prop room and we literally cleared it out. I have never seen it. It has never been this clean, ever. And this is what's under all that junk. All that, and everything was so well organized underneath all the junk because Jay Divine is an awesome organizer. I'm gonna take you, it's my last signature right here. It says, "Thanks for the art, old girl." And I don't want people to think that I am sad more as I am just emotional. I'm not sad. I know what we're getting is so much better for the growth that I want to see Paper Wing achieve. And so it's just an emotional time. But we're gonna walk now into the gallery, which was something I dreamed about. I dreamed that we would have a smaller theater in our space. And originally, this was a small office. And we took down the wall and we expanded it out so we could have 37 seats in here and we could do more intense work. Some of the more popular things that were performed in here were Bug by Tracy Letts. We did a show called The Boxcar, which was really intense and emotional. I think that was our last, one of our last shows that was in here, was The Boxcar, directed by Linda Felice. It was pretty amazing. I just want to say thank you to all of our donors. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported us along the way. And I want to say this, every person that has ever set foot into this space has made it what it is today, whether you are a patron, a crew member, a volunteer, or you were an actor on this stage, or you were a musician. You have contributed to something bigger than yourself, bigger than all of us, and that is the being part of a creative conscience of artists who like to perform and to bring joy to others. And for that, I am incredibly grateful. Thank you so much for supporting us, not during our 13-year run here at 320 Hoffman, but during quarantine. Your donations and support, and even just your kind words, and you're talking about the memories and what this place and Paper Wing has meant to you, has meant the world to me, and it has made my world during quarantine and this pandemic just a little bit brighter, and for that I thank you. Onwards and upwards, we are moving to 711 Cannery Row, which is in the historic, beautiful, big red Monterey Canning Company building at the corner of Prescott and Cannery Row proper. So thank you for your continued support, and I'll check in with you again. And thank you to this wonderful space and building, which has housed so many actors and so many companies over the years. I'm incredibly grateful to all of the theaters that came before us, and it's an honor to be the final theater company in this space.